Good morning students, I am Kavitha from the Department of CSE. Today I am going to discuss one topic in the subject Fundamentals of Management. I am going to discuss about decision making. What are the steps involved in the decision making? Okay, before that we discussing about the steps. What do you mean by a decision making? The definition of a decision making is the selection of a course of action among alternatives according to Herald. We can say it is the process of making choices by identifying a decision, gathering information and accessing alternative solutions. Now we will move to the steps. What are the steps involved in the decision making? There are seven steps involved in the decision making. What are those seven steps? First one is the identify the problem. This is the identify the problem, and the next one is the gather information, and third one is the identify alternatives, and the fourth one is the weigh the evidence. Next one, choose among the alternatives. Next, take a action. Then final one is the review your decision. Okay, then we will now discuss about deeply about the what are the steps involved. First one is the identify the problem. What do you mean by identifying the problem? A problem is should be defined as a discrepancy between an existing and a desired state of order, desired state of affairs. In order to take a decision, first we must identify the problems. What are the problems exist in that management? It involves defining and formatting the problem clearly and completely. Next, we are moving to the next step called gather information. After the problem step is defined, we have come to a conclusion. What are those problems exist in that particular area? Now we have to gather what are those information in order to classify the problems. It involves the collection and classification of many facts. Okay, collection of a relevant and accurate data is essential because the quality of decision will depend upon the quality of data used. Okay, now here decision making depends on the some of the factors. What are those factors? That is, for example, return on investment, effect on resource and opportunity cost. And the third step, what is the third step? Third step is the identifying the alternatives. Okay, what are the alternatives? Majority course of action will have an alternate solution. A course of action does not become the best merely because merely because of the merely because it has been in use for a long time. Hence, the sound of decision necessitates the consideration of alternative. Okay, for example, we are going to buy or we are going to sell. So we have a plan B for every action. And then fourth step is the weigh the difference. What are you doing here? While we are comparing the alternatives and various factors, we will come to a conclusion that there is a quantitative factor and a qualitative factor. The factors that has to be measured are called quantitative factors. The factor which cannot be measured, that is unmeasurable factors, are called qualitative factors. For example, labor relation, changing technology. We can measure phased and operation cost. While evaluating the qualitative factors, the planner should see whether these factors can be quantitatively measured. If they are found not to be qualitatively measurable, then he should access the importance and then come to the conclusion. This is the fourth step. Next, we are moving to the fifth step called choosing among the alternatives. After the evaluation of various alternatives, the next step is the deciding the best alternative. We have come to a conclusion. For example, we are coming to two or three alternatives. Among those alternatives, we have to choose which one is the best. We must take into account the economy, risk factors, the limitation of resource, feasibility of implementation. These things has to be considered for making the for selecting the alternative. Once the alternative is chosen, we are moving to the sixth step called the implementation. And then, what we are doing in the implementation section? Yeah, communication, that is communicating the decision to all the employees, that, and then assigning the responsibility of carrying out the action to certain employees. Then we are going to develop a procedure for the purpose of executing the decision, developing feedback mechanism to check on the progress of the implementation. All the implementation will be considered only in the sixth step. But then we are moving to the seventh step called, final step is called the review of decision. We have come to a conclusion. We have made a decision. After the implementation step, that is after the implementation of sixth step, the chosen alternative is reviewed if they have met the desired objective by comparing the result with the desired objective. Then the last step is found out the deviation. So these were the 7 steps involved in making a decision for a management. Thank you.